So my dish today is called Tingmo. It's a very unique bread which is the staple of Tibet, or the area which is known as the roof of the world, and also the adjoining areas right down up till Sikkim. So for Tingmo you need very few ingredients, and essentially 4 or 5 ingredients. The first is maida, refined flour, white flour, not whole wheat flour. This. Second is oil, sugar, salt and dry yeast. So let's start our Tingmo today. The first ingredient is maida, 2 cups of refined flour, there you go, a teaspoon of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, maybe less, and our final ingredient, about half a teaspoon of dry yeast. So it's a good idea to mix all your dry ingredients together. It ensures that all the ingredients are there all over the place. There's no concentration of either salt or sugar or dry yeast. Mix them up well and then slowly make a mountain. And in the mountain we start with a well. And there our well is ready. For the Tingmo we need warm water. Warm water is good because we have yeast, about 1.5 cups of warm water. And slowly start sliding the maida towards the well. Now we can start making the dough since the water has escaped out of the well. This is a nice Indian messy way of making bread. So it's a soft dough, not too hard, not too wet either. Just a little bit of kneading at this stage. So my dough is ready and now I need to give it an oil bath. So I'll just take a little bit of oil just to soothe the dough after all that beating. Just enough to make the dough glisten like it's got sweat all over it. And then it goes for proofing. It'll probably get double in size, which is a good thing. The bigger it gets, the better our Tingmo is going to be. It'll have to proof for an hour for it to really rise up to double its size, and then we can start rolling the dough. It's been more than an hour and it's time for me to check my dough. And this is just wow. Look at the way it's swollen up. It looks amazing, soft and supple, and I can smell the yeast. So I'll just dust the granite a bit before I take out my dough. It's nice and supple and easily coming off the vessel, also because there was oil in it. Now there is a round of kneading that is required in the Tingmo, just to stretch out the gluten in the bread, which is really expanded and made it nice and supple. One of the translations of Tingmo in Tibetan is cloud. So this is a cloudy, soft, fluffy and really light bread, which is quite easy on the eye, and of course it's amazing tasting. So there's this repetitive motion of folding and kneading, which is really good for the dough, and it'll show in your final result. The kneading is over and now we are ready to roll. So the trick is to make a square of the dough, more like a rectangle, and just press it with your hands first. Just stretch it so that there are 4 corners to it. Just a little bit of dusting with dry flour, and we are ready to roll. So you have to essentially roll it in 2 directions. One is sideways and the other is up and down. The thickness that we need is about that of a roti. This is the most tiring part of it though, but it's good exercise, especially if you're in lockdown. I think we're almost done. We have the shape. It's not a perfect rectangle, but still it will do. And now is the time to apply oil on it. Make sure your nails don't dig into it. So make sure you know that the dough is divided into 2 parts. And now we fold it like a folder or a file, 2 sides. So we have folded it once, and now once more. There you go. This part of the Tingmo process is almost like making a puff pastry, where you fold in the fat between the layers of the dough. There we have it, a nice strip. Make sure you flatten it a bit, so the layers sort of stick together. Not too much, but just enough. And now comes the cutting part. So I make 4 equal portions of this long rectangular band. 1, just mark it out first and cut later. So I think I have 4 equal portions. So make a cut here and another cut here. Now each portion we need to make 6 cuts more. So each of these 4 sections has to be divided into 6 sections, really thin strands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is automatically cut. And similarly with the next one, 6 equal portions. Doesn't matter if they're not equal. And this is the most exciting and artistic part of the journey. So what I need to do is take 3 strips together and lay them on top of the other 3 strips. So we have 3 plus 3, 6 of them. Hold the ends together and just stretch it a bit. Gently, gently, and then swirl them. Give them a swirl like this. Stretch and swirl. And then you can fold it. This is how you fold a Tingmo. So after folding, we put it in the bamboo steamer. There you go. So there's my double boiler or my bain-marie or my steamer, and it's really boiling. You can see the steam rising out of it, and it's ready to take the Tingmo in. And now neatly I will lower down my Tingmo in the boiler. There you go. And the lid of the boiler. Now this will cook for exactly 15 minutes and then we are good to go. So my 15 minutes are over and it's time to check my Tingmo. And there you have it, my lovely Tingmo. It doesn't look cooked because of the color, but it is quite ready to be eaten. So the best thing about Tingmo is that it goes with anything spicy or less spicy if you like that. So the last time I had Tingmo. I had it with chola, but this time there's some homemade chicken curry